welcome to my channel. My name is Olivia. For today's video, we're going to be talking about the Louis Vuitton Pochette Accessories bag, and we're going to be comparing the difference between the old model and the new model. So if that is something that you're interested in watching, make sure you stick around. Before we begin, I just want to quickly invite you guys to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I am a huge fan of luxury designer bags, so most of my videos will be about handbags. So if that is something that you guys are interested in, I invite you to subscribe, hit that notification bell, join my YouTube family, and while you're at it, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about these two bags. So here are my Pochette accessories. I actually have a total of 3. So this is the vintage older model. I do have 2 of the new model. So obviously this is a monogram, this is a Damier Azur. They are the same size and the features and everything is the same. Even these bags are both made in France. The only difference between these two obviously is the vachetta leather. The monogram has already patinaed a little bit, and you can tell by kind of give you guys a close-up right there. This one I've used once, so you can see that it looks pretty light still, and this one I've used quite a few times, so you can see the leather or the vachetta has already patinaed on this bag. But everything else is similar as far as like the dimensions and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this down, and we're just gonna focus, we're just gonna be comparing these 2 bags. So I think what would be helpful is to kind of just do a side-by-side comparison. I've been using this almost daily as a catch-all in my larger bags if I'm using a larger bag for the week. And as you can see, they look pretty similar in size, but the newer model is a bit bigger than the older model. I measured these 2 bags prior to filming. The original vintage model is 8.5 inches in length, 5.5 inches in height, and 1.25 inches in width, so right here. And the new model is 9 inches in length, 5 inches in height, and about 2 inches in width. And I measured it like from this area right here. So if I have it side by side, you can clearly see that the new model, this is the new model right here, is wider than the older model. They are similar. Well, actually, the older model, when I measured it, was a little bit taller. So if you could see that, it's a little bit taller. This is the old model back here. You could see that difference right there. And then as far as the length of it, the newer model is a little longer. So it's kind of hard to see, but can you guys see that? Oh my god, it's hard with these straps. So sorry. Oof, there's got to be like an easier way to do this. So you can see like right there, the newer model is a bit longer than the older model. So that is the first difference between the 2, is the dimensions. Overall, the new model is going to be bigger than the older model, and also the second difference between the 2 is the strap drop, or the length of the strap. The older model, and I didn't get to measure this prior to filming, but the older model is about 6 inches. The strap drop is 6 inches, and the new model is about 10 inches. So that is a pretty significant difference in the strap drop. So here we go. And this is the original strap of the bag as well. So as you can see, the older model obviously has a longer drop, and the strap is also wider on the newer model. Now, as far as the color difference, that is because obviously this is older and it has significantly patinaed. It is darker in color, and this one has also some patina going on, but just not as much. And obviously this is a lot newer than this one. So that is the reason for the difference in color. Over time, if I continue to wear this, it will get pretty dark. And that is a reason why I ended up buying this, is because I wanted to kind of give my new Pochette accessories a break, and I've been using this since I got it. Another difference between my two bags is I think I got an older, like maybe this is an original version of the Pochette accessories, because this particular version does not have the D-ring right there where the strap would connect, and the new model will have it. I've also seen in other, like in the pre-loved market, that they have vintage models that do have it. So I don't know if this is the original design where they didn't have that little ring here to attach this little clasp for the strap. But when I first got my Pochette accessories, I thought that this had broken off or it was like damaged. I thought it was missing, but upon doing more research, I found that there are versions of this bag that does not have that ring. So the way that my vintage bag connects when I'm using it with the strap is on its zipper pull. So as you can see, this is where I attach that clasp right there. The final difference between these two bags is in the interior. The older model does not have a little side pocket compartment versus the newer model. And I haven't been using this, but I took it out obviously for this video. I put a little plastic stuffing in there to keep its shape, but it does have a little side slit pocket right there. So that is the final difference between the two. So now let's talk about the price. In the pre-loved market, you can get a vintage Pochette accessories in pretty decent condition for around 300 plus and up, depending on, you know, the condition of the strap, condition of the canvas, and how clean the interior is. It really depends, but you can get a pretty good deal on these things in the pre-loved market. My go-to is definitely eBay. As far as a new model, you can still purchase this bag from Louis Vuitton, and it is currently selling for $1,290. However, it is pretty hard to get one of these bags. I did a video on this particular bag a while back, and during that time, I had an SA that worked for Louis Vuitton, and she totally hooked me up with everything that I could possibly want. She got it for me. She's the one that got me this bag. She was the one that also got me the same bag, but in the Damier Azur print. Unfortunately, she no longer works there. She moved on to Chanel. So now I have no resources. And besides, I've just been focusing on buying vintage anyways. So I really haven't purchased any new bags lately. But I know if I didn't have my SA back then, I probably wouldn't be able to get this bag, because these are really hard to come by. I think the only way you can probably get your hands on this is if you're lucky and somehow it's showing available online, and if it is, you better jump on it and get it, because if you wait even like 2 minutes to think about it, it's gonna be out of stock again. I haven't really even heard of anybody being able to purchase it online, but I mean, it's online for a reason, so maybe they do have it available sometimes. I think the only possible way that you can get this bag is to go to the Louis Vuitton boutique, talk to an SA, and see if somehow maybe they have a list for this, maybe they can keep your number, and if they ever get a shipment, then they can give you a call. Other than that, I really don't think there's a chance getting it anywhere else. Of course, they do sell these newer models as well in the pre-loved market, but they are still very expensive. So I would rather pay for a new one than get it in the pre-loved market and pay the same price and it's used. So this one I definitely would suggest just trying to get it, you know, from an SA versus the vintage. There's plenty of vintage available in the pre-loved market. So those are really the main differences between the new model and the old model. Now let's talk about what can fit in these bags. And they're, you know, there's some size differences obviously, but I think they will fit the same amount of things. So let's just test it out. I do have a couple of my small leather goods available with me. I have my mini Pochette accessories. I have my 6-ring key holder, my card holder, my key clay, my keys, and my hand sanitizer. So let's go ahead and see what can fit in the original vintage model first. And I have to take all of my stuff out of there, so now it is empty. Let's start off with the mini Pochette accessories. This one is currently empty right now. Here we go. Let's put that in here, and that fits fine inside. And I have my key clay, my card holder, my, you know what, I'm gonna probably have to do it vertically because it won't fit. So, and you know what, this isn't really a good representation of the mini Pochette accessories because it is empty. So I don't know if that really helps, but I just wanted to show that you can fit a mini Pochette accessories in here if you wanted to. I'll put my keys in there and I'll put my hand sanitizer. And I kind of just quickly put everything in there. I'm sure I can make it fit better if I spend more time. And here we go. So that zips up. As you can see, it is pretty stretched right there. Oof, I'm so sorry guys, the sun's really it's getting really hot right now, so I'm gonna try to wrap this up. So that all fits in there. And now let's go ahead and put everything in the newer model. Key clay. I'm sorry, that was the 6-ring key holder, my card holder, my key clay, my hand sanitizer, and my keys. So that fits in here too. So that fits in there as well. So they really hold the same amount of things, even though this new model is a bit bigger, it really doesn't make a difference. So they both hold the same amount of items in there. So I don't really see a difference between these two as far as what it can hold. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. The sun is setting and soon it's gonna be in my face, so I apologize if I kind of rushed through the last half of the video. If you guys have any other questions or comments or feedback, please leave them down in the comment section below. I always go through my comments and I try to respond to each and every one of you. So if you have any questions at all, if I missed anything, leave them down in the comment section below. If you found this video helpful, I would appreciate it if you give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and join my YouTube family. I would love to have you. As always, I hope you have a blessed day. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will see you on my next one. Bye guys.